All right, so welcome back. We back with another episode of Inside Four Lines. This time I got a starring guest named Montrell Martin. Montrell, tell them a little about yourself.
How y'all boys doing, man? My name is Montrell Martin. I go to UAPB. I'm a tight end, and I graduated from Southwest High School last year. Was starting tight end over there. I went to Parkview my 9th and 10th grade year.
All right, so Montrell, you said that you at UAPB right now. So at UAPB, are you a true freshman? Did you get to play this year, or?
So I was a true freshman this year. I ended up starting this year. Being a true freshman, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's tough to get on that field, bro. Like, you got to work 10 times harder.
All right. So just to give people some insight, I met Montrell while he was at Southwest. I was actually his position coach when he was at Southwest. He is definitely one of the players that I got an opportunity to coach that was a little bit more hard headed than most, you know. But he was a great athlete. He was a great athlete. So with that being said, Trell, what would you say is the biggest thing that you learned from transitioning from high school to college? What is the thing that you would tell, the younger guys?
So the biggest thing I definitely tell a younger, you know what I'm saying, player is, I ain't gonna lie, just work. Just work. You can say your words. I feel like my high school day, I was a big like talker with my mouth, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta understand, whenever you get to college and stuff, everybody good. Everybody had a Cinderella story in high school, you know what I'm saying? Was the best player in they state, yada yada yada. You just gotta work hard. You gotta really like buckle down and, you know what I'm saying? Just be humble about yourself. You definitely got to be humble. I definitely tell them, be humble, work hard.
So, I guess Trell, everybody wants to know, at least I want to know, what is the reason, like, why are you doing this podcast? I guess what type of coach was I towards you? Those type of questions. Just give them a little bit of insight as far as me and you, our relationship.
Well, first off, I'm doing the podcast because, I mean, it's Coach Toombs, you know what I'm saying? Whenever I needed some or any insight, life, talking about anything, you know what I'm saying? You call Coach Toombs, he's going to be there for you, you know what I'm saying? So, really, I feel like I owe it to Coach Toombs to come on the podcast anyway. And then he really helped me out by, you know what I'm saying, getting me in front of a camera, learning to speak, you know what I'm saying? This really, you know what I'm saying, a good practice, too.
Just to give y'all some insight about Montreal, right? So like he said earlier, he started at Parkview. He started at Parkview and then he made a transition to Southwest. And then if you know any history about Southwest, Southwest ain't never really just been a upstanding winning team. But the year that he was there and I was there, we actually made the playoffs. Wasn't that the first time in school history? So we made the playoffs. I coached his position group. He led as far as in touchdowns and receptions. So I like to say I had a little bit to do with that. But Trail, so for the NIL is crazy right now, and we got kids that's constantly transferring to other schools. You'll see in high school, there'll be a kid that then went to 4 different high schools, freshman through senior year. So from your standpoint, you got a scholarship offer. That's what all these kids want. Is that the good thing to do? Is that the bad thing to do as far as like transferring from school to school?
To be real, I say if you can be loyal to your team and stay with your team, do it. But you do got to look out for what's best for you at the end of the day. If you feel like you need to, you know what I'm saying, your talents are used better elsewhere, I'm saying go with it. But as far as like just skipping from school to school, nah, you know what I'm saying, build something, stay down. If you feel like, oh, it's because you're not getting no clock here and it's somebody ahead of you. Sometimes it ain't the good thing to run away from, you know what I'm saying, competition. You got to rise to it.
Saying is, if there's competition there, right, and there's people that can make you better, you should stay.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So why is it that you feel that they should stay? They may say, hey, man, I'm in my, sophomore year. I'm trying to get looks or whatever the case may be. So, like, what is your reason that you're telling them to stay?
Because if you run away from adversity your whole life, you know what I'm saying, like you'll never get better. Now, if you truly better than you ain't getting no clock for sure.
Yeah.
And you know that you should be playing, go ahead and get up out of there.
Okay.
Go ahead and get up out of there. But I'm saying like just don't run away from the challenge. Like try to take it up head on first. Then see what you can do
Okay,
after that.
okay, I
Yeah.
feel that. I feel that. So, like we said earlier, you on the yard. You at UAPB. It's a lot of people that want to go to UAPB. It's either University of Arkansas or it's UAPB. You know what I'm saying? That's usually the two that they want to go to. So how is it being on the yard? How was it as far as adapting to the different coaching styles? And then, when do you say that you finally got it?
I ain't gonna lie, adapting to just going to college period was definitely different, you know what I'm saying? Getting out the house, being on your own, you know what I'm saying? Like having to just really just hold yourself accountable for everything because you grown. Like, it ain't no, you feel me? It ain't no calling mom, calling dad. You gotta get your stuff done. Definitely say like Fall Kim was crazy. Fall Kim, it'll definitely be like probably like third game of the season when I finally actually got the plan, and then my schooling, everything start getting just real repetitive. So you get to understand, you get comfortable with things. So yeah, that's different. I definitely say like week 3, game 3. Really, you just gotta understand that just how like your scholarship on the line, whatever, they job on the line, they gotta come home, feed their kids. You gotta understand. You can't think of it in just your way. You know what I'm saying? You gotta come work every day. Like really just man, you gotta work every day. That's all it's gonna be, bro. Like you can't slack no day because somebody they come for your neck to start over you.
So, Trail, how was your grades going up from, let's just start from the most important year, seventh grade to 12th grade? And how did that play a factor as far as you getting recruited and getting what you wanted?
I ain't gonna lie, from 7th grade all the way to about 11th grade, I had A's and B's every time. I had got my first C senior year of high school. So I ain't gonna lie, my recruitment, as soon as they asked my transcripts and stuff, I was excited. I'm ecstatic to send them transcripts because I already know like this is great. That's all you're gonna get, yeah. And it's definitely good for like coaches to see that you still type of your business because then they feel like they can trust you more. You know what I'm saying? They don't want nobody that they can't depend on because you got their job in your hand whenever you out there on the floor for them basketball, football, it don't matter. So yeah, for sure. That made coaches definitely want to recruit me just seeing my GPA alone without even seeing my skill set.
Heard it first. He said the grades made the coaches want them recruit them without even him seeing the skill set. So that's something that a lot of kids fail to realize that the grades play an important factor. And you're a true freshman. How was it as far as like with these girls, bro? I tried to warn you and be like, hey, stay out the way. They gonna be there, but yeah, you tell them.
I can't even lie, coach. Man, you get to college and really all you gotta do is just have on a football shirt, period. And I ain't gonna lie,
It's up, yeah.
It's up. I ain't gonna lie, me listening to Coach Toombs, and I got 8 brothers and sisters, so listening to them too, I really like going in with them females, but you really gotta leave them alone because you really ain't got no time. Like if you really focused on what you really gotta prioritize, which it'll be your books, you know what I'm saying, your sports, them two right there gonna take up your whole day. Yeah. So then you gonna do that stuff at night, and if you take up the females at night, then your day gonna be tired during the day. So you really just gotta leave that. You really gotta leave it alone. Like
hey, you heard it here first, man. We inside four lines with Montrell Martin. Hey, check him out on the yard, man. Next year he gonna be doing bigger and better things, man.